And then you answer that, and this one needs to be trained very well, because now you take all the information you got and frame your offer so that exactly fits into their situation and aligns with their goals. In this video, I'm going to share with you the Productized offer sales script. And this script is a very powerful tool to close clients when you have them on a call. This is also the roadmap that you can use later in your marketing when you want to build an education offer that already pre-educates potential clients that should then schedule a call with you. But that's something for later. First, you need to understand how the script works. You need to train it well. You need to close clients. And it helps you always sell your productized offer no matter what clients ask. I mean, they can ask you for digital marketing if you offer software development. This might not be the right fit, but then you need to see how you pre-qualify your clients before you talk to them. And typically, just a quick question by email or a form where they fill what they want to achieve in this call with you can do this trick of pre-qualification. So before we dive into the script, let's have a look first again at why clients buy from you and how they pay premium prices. You might still remember this graphic. It's the main motivator of potential clients to click your ad, to request a call with you, to ask for the offer, and then ultimately to buy from you instead of from your competitors. And just to bring that back to your attention, it's because clients have a problem. That's the left side. And the problem never comes alone. It always comes with sub-problems, right? If your biggest problem is you don't have enough clients, then the sub-problems are like you don't have enough traffic, conversion rate of your website is not high enough, clients always negotiate the prices because they don't see the value, and so on, okay? And in order to get your client on the other side, which is what they really want, the solution to the problem they have, you need to build offers. And these offers are the fastest way for your client to walk them on the other side. Now, you cannot sell anything if the client is not aware of this gap between the problem and the solution. It's not that this gap exists or not, it's that your client or your potential client needs to be aware of this problem. They need to be aware of the solution they want, and they need to be aware of the gap that is between that and that they cannot achieve it themselves. So in other words, they need help. And as you are talking to them, walking them through this psychology in your sales script, they are more likely to understand they have a problem, they cannot solve it themselves, they want a solution you offer them, and then buy from you. All right. So let's go into the sales script and I will quickly walk you through that. When you use that in real calls, I recommend either duplicating this whole sheet, or when you don't have so many calls yet, then you can simply duplicate this tab and just name it by your client. Then here you should fill your answers, the answers you got from your client. And this whole sales process will help you sell without being salesy. It is kind of an interview that brings all the things to the attention of your potential client that he or she needs to understand and be aware of in order to make a decision to work with you. Typically, you can get 30% closing rate if you are really good and you train that really well. And most importantly, you get the right clients in either through outreach or your automated sales funnel. Then your closing rate can also go as high as 50 or 60%. All right, so here is how it goes. First, of course, you start with a quick intro, some small talk, just to make the first experience talking to each other easy, kind, and nice, okay? It should be always easy and kind. It should not be like an interview at the police, okay? It should be helpful. You want to be in a mindset of, hey, that's an opportunity to help another person become successful through my help. And I'm happy to do that. Okay. So then you start, hey, how was your week so far? I'm happy to have you here. And then they say how the week was. And you can also ask, where are you from? And then you say where you are from. And that's how you just start the conversation. Okay. That's the purpose. I always wrote the purpose here on this side. So then the next question is, I'm curious, what motivated you to take 30 minutes out of your busy calendar and talk to me? Now you want to hear why they came to you. And typically it's because either they have one of these sub-problems in their awareness or a sub-solution in their awareness. And the goal of this call is to get them to the top of the main thing that is causing stress, the main problem. And then on the other side, to the main solution they really want to achieve. Okay, that's why you ask, hey, what was your motivation? And then you just say, thanks for sharing. And I'm curious, what do you need this for? Which main problem do you want to solve with that, right? And it's better to repeat what they said in the previous answer. For example, when they say, I just saw your content that you built, I don't know, websites or social media content, right? Then you say, which main problem do you want to solve with your new website or with social media content, right? So you want to know what's the motivation of that gets them a little bit higher in this pyramid. And you also understand what they really want to achieve. Okay, that's what I wrote here. And then you go on and you put the pain point trigger. You ask kind of what will happen if you don't solve this problem, right? If you feel with this question, you didn't get them to the real thing they really want to achieve, just ask more. Okay, got it. And why do you want that? And what do you want to achieve with that? And what do you want to do with that, right? So that's the kind of questions you want to ask here. In the end, it's always, I need more revenue, more leads. I need to satisfy another person. I want to have an easier job or life. In other words, less work with doing what they do. It always comes down to these things. Okay. And then you go, thank you. Got it. Thanks for sharing that. So my goal is to find a solution right today that helps you solve this problem completely. Not just the most obvious problem, but also the other side effects or the root causes of this problem. To get all information required, let me know what you think will happen if you don't get this problem solved. Right? And I think, okay, what do you mean? And then you can say, yeah, if you don't solve this problem, what will happen? And then they typically say, oh, yeah, something. Either they burn out if it's about time, or their business goes bankrupt, it's about revenue, or they get fired if it is about satisfying their boss or their partner or whoever, right? So they should understand the consequence. And you also want to know this consequence because it's then your job to get them the solution and prevent them from this consequence. Okay. Then the next thing is, now you want to understand what they already tried in the past to solve this problem. So you go, okay, thanks. That makes a lot of sense. And I will definitely help you avoid this problem. I'm curious, what did you already try to solve this problem in the past? Okay, and here is also an explanation of the purpose of this question. And then once you know what they tried to do, next question is, and what was the result of that? Right? Now you bring their attention to, okay, I already tried, it didn't work, so I cannot achieve that myself. I cannot solve this problem myself. I need someone to help me with that. And you want to know what was the result that didn't satisfy them. Okay, you also want to see with what are they satisfied, with what not. So it's always a combination of bringing their attention and their awareness to the specific point in the buyer's journey that you saw in this pyramid, and also to get you the information that you need to make a decision if you can really help them. Because in the end, this is not about tricking people. You can use it for that, but it's not made for that. It's really made to help people, to motivate them to work with you, and you need to be confident that you can help them. Otherwise, simply don't make an offer. All right, so now you want to go to the root cause of failure. Now, definitely, I want to get you success, and we will 100% avoid the same problems to happen again. Tell me, what do you think why it didn't work? So now when they tried something, it didn't work. You want to know and understand why it didn't work, what they think was the root cause of the failure. And now if you just hear them blaming others, then you know it will be a hard cooperation. You want to consider not making an offer. But if they are really reflected on why it didn't work, and then you can adjust and reframe your offer to mention again, when you try the closing in the end of the script, to mention again why they thought they failed, and then show them the components of your offer and tell them why these components help them get it right and avoid the same mistakes to happen again. Okay, that's why you always want to write that down. And you can also ask for permissions saying, hey, I won't write emails or chats in our call, but I want to make sure that I get the whole picture to help you. And that's why I'm making notes. Is that okay? Okay, so then you start with the solution outlook. Now we went from where they are, we've put them up on the pyramid of the problem side, got to the root cause, and now we are looking at the other side, the solution side. So now you start with the solution outlook, which goes like, okay, thanks, I noted that. Now let's assume we work together for, and then a month or two, what the duration of service delivery for your first offer is. What do you want to see specifically to feel our cooperation was a success? So they should at least have an idea what they really want to achieve. And you want to also know that, because that's an expectation setting process that is very important to get people in that can be satisfied. Okay. So the next thing is reframe it to your offer. So now you want to get a first soft commitment from them. And you ask, okay, got it. So if I would help you get, and then the main thing that you can help someone achieve, the ultimate solution that is aligned with your no-brainer offer, right? Your no-brainer offer always needs to be the start, the first step, and the result is achieve the first milestone to get the ultimate solution. Now, that's why you ask, so if I would help you get 30 leads in 30 days, or build a software in 90 days that your users love, or reduce your ad costs by 30% without sacrificing on results, right? Or easier, increase your return on ad spend by 30%. And then you ask, would that be something you are interested in to get the success you want? Right? So you don't start with the no-brainer offer and pitching the no-brainer offer. You start with an outlook to the ultimate result they can get after working with you for a longer time. And then you sell the no-brainer offer as a start. We go to that. And now you hand over control, right? When you got the no, then I would, of course, ask, okay, got it. So what do you want instead? And always be silent. Just let them answer that. Okay, when they say, yes, that would be awesome, then you know, okay, now they are kind of on fire and they really want what you help them with. Now you just revert the control, okay? Till that point, you were asking to pull information out from them. And now you give them the control once they see, okay, yeah, that's what I want. You got a soft commitment. And you ask, okay, perfect. So now, as you already know that I can help you with that, where do you want to go from here? And then they should tell you, and they typically ask questions, and then you answer them. And why we do that is because then the rest of the conversation is relevant for them. Okay, they will ask what's top of their mind. They will ask what they want to know in order to move forward to this ultimate result that they committed they are interested in getting. Okay, that's the psychology behind that. And now you want to foster an offer request. So you continue asking, what else do you want to know? Or where do you want to go from here? Until they ask for something like, how can you help me with that? Or what do you offer to help me achieve that, right? They should ask you actively for the offer. And then you answer that. And this one needs to be trained very well, because now you take all the information you got and frame your offer so that exactly fits into their situation and aligns with their goals. So let me try to fill the placeholders. Sure, to help you achieve the ultimate result, like get 30 leads in 30 days, or increase your return ad spend by 30%, or relaunch your website in 90 days and get minimum 100 leads after the launch. Something like this, okay? To help you achieve the ultimate result, the first and most important step is to, and then you tell them the result of the first no-brainer offer. For example, the first and most important step is to create and test your marketing strategy, or is to create a plan for the relaunch of your website, right? Whatever it is that you try to pitch in the no-brainer offer. And then, of course, you need to rationalize so they understand why this is really the most important thing. And it should be the most important thing, right? That's how you architect your buyer's journey, your no-brainer offer, and then the upsells. So this is important as it ensures to, and then you talk about the sub-solution required to get closer to the ultimate solution. For example, this is important as it ensures to attract the right clients and have a message with an offer to motivate them to buy from you, right? That could be the rationale behind creating a marketing strategy to help them get 30 leads in 30 days. Or you can do the same with any other offer, right? But talk about the benefit, the result after they completed working with you and got the result of this no-brainer offer. And then you also tell them what happens if they don't have it. So you go, if you don't have that well done, you will end up with, and then the sub-problems that they will see once they don't have it, right? For example, with a website relaunch, if you don't have your website relaunch plan, you will end up having an endless project, waste a lot of time and money. Maybe at a certain point you have a new website, but in the end, it won't get you better results, for example. Okay. And then you tell them that when they stay with these sub-problems, they will never get the ultimate solution. They will stay with the ultimate problem. Okay. So the first step is to, and then you mention the result of the no-brainer offer. That is what, and then you can talk about other success stories that achieved ultimate result and started with this. Okay, that gives you some social proof. If you have that, it's powerful to add it here. And then you hand over control again and you ask, which question do you want to get answered about this first step to make a decision for you? Okay, and they should tell you what they want to know to make a decision. And you move on like this. And if they ask for more details, then just give them more details. And at a certain point, they should ask you for the price. Okay, and then you talk about the price, but you don't just sell the price. You want to again frame the price by the value so that they know what's the value, and then the price looks relatively low compared to the value. Look at it like this. If you have to give someone 10 euro for no value and not knowing why you should do that, it's too expensive, right? But if you pay someone 10,000 euro and the person makes you 30,000 euro, it's a good deal. Okay. Or also, if you pay someone 10,000 euro and they save you 200 hours of work that you should do yourself otherwise, it's also a good deal if your hourly rate is, for example, 50 to 100 euro or more. That's how you want to find out to which main value your offer contributes. Is it more revenue, more profits, more time, more pleasure? Typically, these are the things that contain the real value for your clients and make that transparent. That's what you do here. To understand the price, let's go into the structure of the offer so you understand everything you get. And then you mention the deliverables and also the sub-solutions related to the deliverables. For example, if you create ads, right, as part of your whole offer, as part of your funnel or your campaign, then the ad is one component. It ensures to attract the right clients. Then you create the website. The website is the next component. It ensures to convert minimum 15% of visitors into leads, and so on. Okay, you always want to go with the feature, mention what they get, and then the benefit that is related to it. My offer for you is to create all this in, and then you mention the timeline it takes to create all this so that you are ready and well prepared to ultimate solution. Okay. And then I need to make that a little bit bigger. Sorry. And then you say you can start for only, and then you mention the price. And if you want to start in the next 7 days, you can also say 14 days or 30 days. You should just add the time frame when they need to decide. I know how I can reserve my capacity to help you, and I'm happy to reward this with a 10% discount for you. How do you think about this? And then they should tell you, okay, sounds good, or not sure. If they say not sure, then no problem, I'm here. So what are you not sure about? Always try to question what they said. Go behind the curtain. Go behind the objection, okay? And yeah, once that is answered, then you say, okay, so do you want to take this offer? And then they say either yes, and you move on with the contract and the payment, or they say, not sure. Then again, you ask, okay, what are you unsure about? Or they say, I need to talk to my partner. Then you can say, no problem. So what are the open questions you want to discuss with your partner so I can answer them up front, and then you can just share the answer. And then they should tell you, right? Try always to handle the objection. Don't feel like stopped by just them saying, I'm not sure, I'm not convinced. Try to dig deeper and try to understand why, what is missing. Obviously, there's something missing. Either they didn't understand the value, or they don't trust you, maybe don't like you. That's also a fun thing to ask. So, hey, I'm curious. Maybe you don't like my tone of voice or the content I shared, my offer. Maybe it's my nose. What is it, right? That can bring a little bit more fun into this conversation. And then they might give you a laugh, which is good because a laugh breaks their very focused, problem-oriented thinking patterns very often. Yeah, and then you move on, what I said here. And you always ask deeper. I already shared that. And then here, the discount question is an important objection that most people typically have when they ask you, can you increase the discount to 30%? And if they ask you, then you can just say, do you mean you want me to reduce the quality of the results you get from me? Right? And if very often they might say, no, okay, it wasn't meant like this. And then you just move on. But if they say yes, then typically I say that I don't compromise on quality to deliver. I only deliver the best results I can. I'm also happy to increase the value for you by adding, and then you can say 2 extra calls or whatever you can add. Or you can also say, let me think about that. I will get back to you in 2 days if you don't have an answer yet. Okay, never put yourself into the situation where you need to answer something and promise something that you cannot deliver or you don't want to deliver. Better say, I will think about that. Okay. Yeah, and that's how you run your sales conversation with the psychology behind this whole buying process that every client, no matter if it's B2B or B2C, go through to make a decision, buy from you and pay premium prices. I can only recommend using that and train that and improve it, but it's a very systematic way. And when you have this methodology established, then you can even train salespeople that do the closing for you. Because if you just hire salespeople, very often you get random results. They don't have a methodology, they are good in communication and all these things, but to close systematically, you need a methodology. And that's exactly the methodology. That's your sales quality standard, or better said, your sales closing quality standard that you can delegate to other sales reps. Now I'm wishing you great success and happy closing. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to move to the next step, you can start with the resources I linked below this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like it below and share it. It will help to support this channel and create more helpful content for you regularly and make our digital work world a better place. Cheers and see you soon.